Hello. It's another week for Mindful Music Moments, and this week we're listening to Violin Concerto, the second movement by Johannes Brahms. It was composed in 1878. This week comes to us thanks to our partner, the Cleveland Orchestra. Brahms wrote this concerto for one of his closest friends. He composed it in Austria, in a place where Brahms said he saw so many melodies fly about that one must be careful not to step on them. So let's get ready to listen. Put your feet on the floor, hands on your lap or on your desk. Sit up nice and tall. Close or focus your eyes and find your breath. As we listen today, imagine you are creating a painting on a large wall. What shapes do you make? What colors do you use? Fantastic job. We'll be back tomorrow with another mindful music moment thanks to the Cleveland Orchestra.
Good evening, even though it's very clearly the afternoon. Welcome to UCS Good News, our weekly live broadcast where we highlight positive news stories from all over the school community. It is October somehow, so this week we reached out to you, your pumpkin spice lattes, your fall foliage. We asked you to share the good news, and the response, as always, was absolutely gorgeous. We always say on the show we get to share the good news. You are the good news. So on behalf of myself, the whole UCSGN production team, we want to say thank you to everybody who submitted a positive news story this week. And with that, it's time for some good news. Okay. September 15th to October 15th is National Hispanic American Heritage Month, celebrated here at UCS by the Library of Congress, National Archives, National Endowment for the Humanities, and also in pre-K. Pre-K has been celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, doing different activities, and one of them was making tacos. As you can see here, every student prepared their own taco, and it was delicious. If there were other delicious activities happening around the building, please let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about attendance. September was Attendance Awareness Month in schools. Hundreds of you completed your attendance pledges with your families. Classrooms that submitted their attendance pledges were entered into a raffle for a popsicle party, this is my representation of a popsicle party. The grand winner, a little bit of a drum roll here, is room 211. So congratulations, room 211, to Miss Moore's class. We're looking forward to bringing you all your popsicles very soon. Okay, we all know the traditional story of Humpty Dumpty, who sat on the wall and unfortunately took a bit of a tumble. Miss Allison and Mrs. Garcia put a new spin on the classic nursery rhyme Humpty Dumpty recently. Here they are with their Humpty Dumpty Had a Great Fall wordplay. Tip of the hat there. Some excellent attire. No yoking. All right, time for Under the Sea time with Sebastian. Pre-K went to the Cleveland Aquarium along with pre-K 1, along with pre-K 2. As you can see here, they learned a lot, saw different sea creatures, including sharks. You should check out the aquarium. It is a truly fantastic experience. Speaking of sharks, did you hear about the ghost shark? Yeah, ghost shark. It vanished into thin air. Okay. As we all know, geography is where it's at, literally. And we have some real geography juggernauts on campus. Fifth grade social studies students here, all who got an A on their geography test. Congratulations. We also have some fifth grade Kahoot winners from the geography review here. And also here, perhaps these students can help us solve the age-old question, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Okay, time for some Wolf Owls, where we feature students who've received some positive feedback from UCS staff member. First, a howl for academic accountability. Fifth grade student Miranda J. didn't waste any time on her homework. She used the time while waiting for her dismissal ride to work on her homework. Tip of the hat. Here's a howl for real perseverance. Fifth grade student Darian A. worked with St. Ignatius student to deepen his understanding of the volume of rectangular prisms. We love working together with our volunteers. And finally, here's a howl for real perseverance with a paddle. Suni worked on her paddleboarding skills last Thursday during her Leadership Academy at Edgewater Beach. Okay. Oh, whoops, wrong button there. Okay. Now it's time for a segment we call Chalk and Awe. Chalk and Awe. Okay. Third graders Grace, Araya, Yarlis, and Ava showed off their latest chalk creation at recess. They talk the talk, they chalk the chalk, and really draw out the best in each other. So this week, the Tiny Raccoon clap is for our chalk artists. Hooray. It's some pretty innovative stuff there. Okay, here's some news from the only subject that counts. We continue to have marvelous mathematicians at UCS. Roosevelt and Jack mastered all their addition facts, answering in 6 seconds or less. Jace masters all of his subtraction facts and moved on to multiplication. Levi mastered his subtraction facts and started working on multiplication. Levi was in a class with my son in the EEC. Levi, I owed you an answer. Levi, Family Fall Fest is happening on October 26th. There you go. October 26th. Levi mastered his subtraction facts, and Mariana mastered all her addition facts, answering in 6 seconds or less. Here are some other things you can do in 6 seconds or less. 1, tie your shoe. 2, DC to pomegranate, I've been told, and also solve a Rubik's Cube. Okay, time for a return, retraction of urban legends. Last week I told you we were inducting Mr. Taylor into the urban legend pantheon because of his use of the mom to a fur child mug here. Unfortunately, though, I've gotten an update on this. Apparently, not only did he borrow the mom to a fur child mug that did not belong to him, but then when he returned it, there was a chip in it. So that is not urban legend behavior. So unfortunately, we are rescinding the invitation to the Hall of Fame. But there's still more time this year. Good luck to you, Mr. Taylor. All right. Let's see. Let's keep going. Yeah, there we go. And it is time for Mrs. Gill. She is seeing the best of these students in grade 5 ELA. Their hard work and effort earned them the honor of wearing the coveted UCS vests for a day recently. Here are some photos of some students who are fully invested in their learning here at Urban. Okay, Isaac Okoro, still on vacation, but coming out, going to be playing pretty soon. We still honor during the off season his ice cold intellectual ability. These students in 5th grade demonstrated Isaac Okoro-like ice cold intellectual acuity this week, so they got to hold the Isaac Okoro bobblehead. Congrats, students! All right, new school year calls for some new drip. Thanks to all of our roving fashion reporters out there. Here's the drip this week. 3rd graders Ava Marie and Hema showed off their matching backpacks this week. Looks like Hello Kitty matching backpacks too. Very impressive. Thank you for sharing. Twinning continues to be winning here. Milan from Miss Allison's class and Anaya from Miss Rowe's class were caught twinning on the playground during recess time. There is no getting figgy with it footage this week, sadly, but we do have an update from Turtleback Farm, which we'll close with today. Monarchs are here, and we're not talking about Henry VIII. Not talking about Henry VIII. That's right. No, monarchs. Vast numbers of monarch butterflies take advantage of warm days with strong winds out of the north, giving them lift and push as they travel south across Lake Erie's open waters. During the first few weeks of September, it's prime time for monarch butterflies. This is the best window for observation. Some of them have come to visit us here in the outdoor classroom. Most monarch migration observations involve searching for newly arrived monarchs, nectaring on wildflowers, or passing overhead as they finish their flight over Lake Erie. The most highly sought after observations are monarch roosts, where dozens to hundreds to thousands form overnight in social clumps on trees. So thank you, Ms. Regan, for sharing that. And that brings us to the end of this edition of UCS GSGN. Tune in next time for more sunny stories, good vibes. We'll try to do better next time.